Hey, what's up guys? I hope you guys are having an awesome week. Today I'm going to answer the question, do you absolutely need a dually for your welding truck? For those of you that are new, I'm Austin Ross. I've been pipeline welding for about 7 years now, and I absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. My goal on this channel is to help those that are new to the industry start out, whether it be your welding truck, the lifestyle in general, just kind of what to expect when coming into this line of work. This lifestyle and this line of work can be very inconsistent. Oil field in general can be very inconsistent, and I want to forewarn you, if you're new to it, what you're walking into, help you get started, and just prepare you so you can do the best and be the best at it, and just be the best prepared as possible. So if you want more videos like this one or anything relating to any of these subjects, go ahead and subscribe and ding the bell to get notified when I post a new video every Friday. So, do you absolutely need a dually? A good thing about a dually is it carries more weight. You got more wheels back there. You got 2 extra wheels, so it carries more weight. The suspension is more on a dually. I think that's the reason most rig welders I see drive dualies, and I think that's why. I know that's why I do. I also prefer the look of a dually. I just think it looks better for whatever reason. But the main reason is it carries more weight and it's more stable. Like when it comes to pulling a trailer, like a fifth wheel trailer or any trailer at all, it's going to be more stable going down the road. There's more base back there. But you have to buy 6 tires, as to where a single wheel, you only got to buy 4 tires. So, just getting started, maybe a single wheel would be better because it's more affordable. It's just you can actually get a single wheel 1 ton, so you got the 1 ton suspension, but you've only got 4 wheels. Speaking of pulling a trailer, a dually's more stable, but Kayla and I have actually pulled this trailer. It's a 40-foot fifth wheel. We've pulled it the past 6 years. Up until this last year, we've pulled it with Kayla's truck, which is a 2500. It's a Ram 2500 single wheel, a 3/4 ton 2500 with 35s on it, and we pulled it all over just fine. We haven't had any issues. We've done that to keep wear and tear off of my work truck. But yeah, that's just something to keep in mind and know that it can be done. You do not have to have a dually to pull a trailer, but it is nice. So to answer the question, no, you do not absolutely have to have a dually. Now, I do suggest at least a 3/4 ton. A half ton is just not going to hold up long term. The suspension, the frame, it's not built to hold all the weight. You got a welding machine that weighs anywhere from 1,000 to almost 2,000 pounds. Your bottles, 2 oxygen, 2 acetylene, all your tools, your welding rod, a custom bed, weighs more. And like I said, all that plus pulling a heavy camper. So I definitely would not suggest a half ton. The only time I've seen a half ton or heard of a half ton being used is just for temporary. If your truck's broke down and that's all they have is a half ton to loan you, or all you have extra is a half ton, it'll get you by temporarily. Definitely an option. As far as newer truck versus older truck, it's kind of a tough deal. If you're able to stay close to home, like within 2 or 3 hours from home or whatever, and stay busy around the house, I would suggest an older pickup, because I think they were built better back in the 80s, 90s, even early 90s. The new ones today, I think they cost too much, and they're not made as good, but they're sometimes more reliable. That's one of the main reasons, one of the only reasons why I got a new truck, brand new like I did, was because I knew I was going to be traveling all over. And it's just that nice feeling, that comfortable feeling of having a new truck and being more reliable going up and down the road. But to be honest, I don't know that I would ever buy a brand new one again. And I say that lightly. If I do, I'm gonna pay cash for it. Put it that way. I just think you're already paying too much for it, for what you're getting. And then plus, if you take out a loan, you're gonna be paying interest. And I mean, it's just not worth it to me. Like I said, it's a tough battle because you want something reliable, but you just don't want to spend a whole lot of money, especially if you're just getting into it. That's a big deal. When you're just getting into this line of work, chances are, depending on who you meet and stuff, you're going to have time off. So you don't want to go and you don't want to invest in you know, a $60,000 truck and a $15,000 weld machine and a $80,000 camper, you know, and be $200,000 in debt and have all these payments whenever you could be off for 4 or 5 months at a time, you know. So anyway, that's a whole different deal. But so as far as new or used, just getting started, I would suggest used. So to answer the question, you do not have to have a dually, but 80% of the welders that I meet, me included, drive a dually. So there must be something to that, you know. I think a dually is better for long term. But you can definitely, you can make a career out of a single wheel, 1 ton or 3/4 ton. You just might want to look into beefing up the suspension. If anything, I don't know for sure because I've never ran a 3/4 ton personally for any time at all, but I've seen guys do it. I've seen guys have single cab, single wheels, drive up and down the right of way, and they like them because they're easier to get around. They're, you know, less tires to buy, and things like that. So, but you got options. Let me know in the comments, for those of you that have been doing this for several years, maybe retired, just any time at all, those of you that are already pipelining and you mostly mainline, what do you suggest? Do you suggest a dually or a single wheel? As far as 4-door versus single cab, I've made a whole nother video on that. We'll link it in the description or put a suggested video in one of these corners on what my thoughts are on single cab versus 4-door. So go check that video out if you want. I think that's going to be it for today's video. If you guys have not already, our leather patch hats are back in stock. They're on our Industrial Tradition website. For those of you that are new, Industrial Tradition is Kayla and I's, my wife and I's brand. Industrial Tradition, we've got an online store, we've got hats, hoodies, this, that, and the other. But we've been out of leather patch hats for a while, and we just got them back in. A lot of people have been picking them up. Thank you guys for picking those up. We know you guys have been waiting patiently. Thank you for that. But yeah, they're up for sale. Go get one if you want. One thing I'm going to start doing at the end of my videos is saying a piece of advice. And my main piece of advice that I say at the end of all my videos is learn something every day. That's my biggest piece of advice. That right there says it all, I think. But a piece of advice for those of you just getting in or on your first pipeline job, save your money. Save your money, because at least when you're starting out. Kayla and I are huge advocates of investing your money and making your money grow. That's good, but as far as just getting into the industry, if you don't have any other source of income when you're on a job, save your money. Don't invest in things the first couple of years, because just in case, not because, but just in case you happen to have 3 or 4, 5, 6 months off, you know, I mean, the oil field's like a faucet. I've been told several times, and we haven't even experienced just a real bad lull, but oil field's just like a water faucet. They can just shut it off and be nothing, you know what I mean? No work whatsoever, you know, for the main part. There'll always be maintenance or something going on, but it can get real slow in a hurry due to the economy. So save your money is my piece of advice for this week. But thank you guys for watching. We'll see y'all next Friday, and remember, learn something every day.